Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I want to show you how you can do a really cool summer bag out of knitting or crocheting paper. So this is a new material. We might have used it a couple of times, but not very often. So I wanted to show you how you can use it, what cool things you can do with it. So let's say that this is our first summer video with this material. So I used one spool in yellow this time. So all of this I got from just one roll, which is pretty cool to keep in mind. Also, a little bit of this bluish greenish color I did use for the handles. So stay tuned for instructions. So let's start with our materials. We have here creative paper out of 100% paper fiber. 50 grams, 55 meters, needle size is 6, but I'll be using my 9, so it's a bit looser, but feel free to do as you prefer. The yellow is color 2 and this is color 18. I think they'll fit great together. And yeah, that's our material. We are ready to start. So we will start from the beginning and go around our 2 fingers like this. So if you already know a bit, you might notice we are doing a magic ring. Then you pull the thread through the ring and out, and that's basically it. And since I'll be doing trebles, I'll need to start with 3 chains for the height. Then comes the first treble, so follow my lead. There we go, now the next one. And third is done. So one side is done, now do again 3 chains. I'll pull the ring a bit tighter now, like this. So that way you can adjust the size depending on your project, but don't pull it too loose, because then you risk your project falling apart. Okay, so let's continue. So the 3 chains we started with do count as 1 stitch. Again, 3 chains, and we are starting with our third side. Now we already have 2 done. Again, starting side 4 with 4 trebles. And now pull the ring as tight as possible, but take care that this is paper, so you might rip it if you are too rough on it. Okay, let's continue. So again, 3 chains. Close up with a slip stitch through here. And here is our round number 1. So always with 4 trebles for each side. Now we are doing 3 chains for the height. And I'll do each of these stitches from the previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the chains count as the first fake treble. Now the first addition in the corner, 2 additional trebles. And now out of 4 we have 6. 3 chains, and here you continue again with 2 additional trebles before you reach the trebles of the last row, and you do them all again. And then again to the other corner and do the same. And now I have here the whole row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trebles. So we did 2 additions per each end, plus 4 base ones are 8. And here on the first side we did have the beginning missing, which we will actually do last. But the midsection and the ending are there. And now I'll just do the whole round. So you see here the 4 sides that we just did. 3 I did with 8 stitches, and we are now at the point where we need to finish our first row. So I have 6 stitches already and 2 are missing. Here are 3 chains, and the last side, or the first one we did, is missing 2 stitches. So let's do that. Close up with a slip stitch. And then we start the next row, so again 3 chains to start with. Now we are working around just as we did, each stitch as it comes plus the 2 additions per each corner of each side. And we just do them around the corners, and that's how it can grow as much as you want it to grow, always with 4 stitches per each side. So you can continue for as long as you like, so you can choose your own size for today. I think I'll do a couple of more rows, and after I finish that I'll show you how to move on from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds done, and you see that this is getting pretty big. So I did measure, and I have about 35 times 35 centimeters, and you might notice that I kind of slid to the side with my round ending, so it's kind of here almost in the middle, which is normal because the additions keep growing, so the row end keeps sliding. So anyway, you see how loose this is, which is pretty good. That's why we were using our 9mm needle. And now I'll connect the whole thing. So I'll start exactly where I stopped a moment ago. And if you made this smaller or bigger, you need to work it to the middle so that this can work. In my case, I am exactly in the middle, but if you're not, just make sure to do some stitches to get to the middle, and then we can get to connecting. For that, we'll fold the whole thing together. So we want the corners meeting here, and then we can connect. Connect the stitches through both and go back with the thread. Next one. And now here I will go to the side so that I can start the next side and connect that one. So I'll just go over the corner and then here back. So let's keep going. Now away from the left side. Just a couple of slip stitches. And then here go on. Here as well and go through. And here along the side. I'll turn it a bit so that you can see it better. And now I'm at the corner, so I'll pull the thread through. It's not too much, just a little bit left over, as you can see. And then we will weave this in to hide it so that it's not sticking out. So this is the same just like with any other project we've done. So the material is different, but the method is still the same. So you see the sides now, and the top side stays open, of course, so that it really has a bag shape. And then we just want to connect with a button so that it can stay closed. So now I'll turn this inside out so that the connected parts are on the inside and not as visible. Looks a lot neater this way, and now we are just missing our button. Here is my button, so it's gonna go on top here, but you can also do it a bit lower if you like, or pretty much however you like it, but I think I'll do it here. So here we are. You can now put it together. Even with the top section, you can choose where the button goes. So we are now missing just our handle so that it looks like a real bag or purse. But you see here the inside of the bag? Or let me show you. So I want to do it a bit over here. So last step is still incoming, the greenish blue color. Now I'll do this onto the sides, and I'll do it a bit lower. So if you take a look at the side, you see here kind of this fold, and I'll go a bit to the back of it. I'll close the back up so that you guys can see better. Here you can also choose your own handle length. Okay, so this part we can weave in or work it into our handle or tie a knot as you wish. And I'll do some chains. I'll decide on the length as I go, probably about 1 meter, I would say. So here is my handle now, and I'll connect it to the other side, same way as when we started. You see, super simple, and now I'll go back and I'll work some single crochets to make this a bit more sturdy and stable. So you see the increase in width. Plus, you see that it's really super easy to do. So, let's go to the beginning of the handle. So you see how I went to the end? You see I tied a knot here, and I'll cut the rest off. And we are pretty much done. So I did put something inside my little baggie with sewing stuff, just so you can see what it looks like when you use it. Just make sure you put stuff inside that's not too small so it doesn't slip out of the holes, since you see we're doing a bit looser pattern and it's not good for small stuff. But yeah, we are pretty much done. Let me know what you guys think of the project. If you tried it yourself, maybe with a different material or maybe even with this one, let me know how it went. The comment section is below as always. You can also shoot us a thumbs up if we did a good job. That way we know to continue. And you can also subscribe to our channel and stay updated with everything new that we post. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, have a great day. Bye!